Hey everybody, I'm Daisy and welcome to Crazy Daisy's Random Thoughts. So this is going to be a quickie. Uh wow, when you thought this world was maybe getting a little better? I don't know, that was my stupid way of thinking because I was thinking that we have a new president. But we still have the racist people even though we have a new president. Which is sad, and it was what the word is to describe thinking like what is normal. I can't say that I thought the world was going to go back to normal when we got a new president, because what was normal, what is normal? For years, normal, wake up call to all minorities, all people of color. And I really need to stop saying minorities, because we people of color, melanin, not a minority, class citizens. And when we give ourselves this label that we're a minority, we are making ourselves downgrading greatness. We are downplaying, we are undermining our self worth. Race of people, what color of people are not minorities? I want to find out. I don't want to do the research. We're not minorities. We are a human race. Yes, we come in all different colors, ethnic background, whatever. But we are not a minority. Anyway, so today's St. Patrick's Day. Drinking, well, pre-COVID meant a lot of drinking. People are still drinking now, still going out and drinking, doesn't matter. Just not as freely as they were to before COVID. My family is a melting pot, different ethnicities, nationalities, colors, whatever you want to call it. I have Jamaican, I have Indian Jamaican. Talking about white Jews, I have members of my family, my extended family, and when I say extended, I mean cousins that half Italian, and they can pass that I'm close to that are half Asian, and some are more than half Asian, or Asian family that are Indian. They can pass for, and I don't mean American Indian, okay? I mean as in from India, the country, pass for 100% Indian. And I hate watching the news. I turn it on every morning, unfortunately. I know what's going on in the world. I have an argument with my daughter, one daughter, all the time, because she's the news to know what's going on. And just to be, there's different things. And people say the news is propaganda or whatever, fake news and whatever. You need to watch something to something. You don't have to watch it. You can listen to hear what's going on in the world. Now, when you get your next stimulus check, or if you're getting a stimulus check, anymore. And I'm delusional. I'm delusional. I live in a bubble. I live little bubble where I think things will be better because we have a different president. Lady who is half Jamaican, half Indian. That things would be, I don't know, get better. But we have 70 million people voted for Trump. Of that 70 million people that voted for Trump, are racist. Many belong to white supremacist groups. How many hate people of color? Of them, how many of those 70 million people hate Democrats? How many of those 70 million people hate anyone who did not support Trump, even if they were Republican? This country itself. Thousands of people have said this, have spoken on it. States of America. Not the United States of America. We are not united. I personally, I'm a pessimist. think we will ever be united. So, Asians are slaughtered today. Since the coronavirus pandemic started calling it the China flu, targeted hate crimes. Have not done, as I said before, any research to virus. When have Asian and violence towards it to someone calling the pandemic Kung flu, the China flu, and all the other derogatory names he came up with? I can relate to what my cousins, other people who are Asian, because me as a person of color, being in a 99% Trump supporter town where they still hold KKK meetings like 2 miles from where I live. It does still exist. And anyone who is dumb enough to say that it doesn't, I was reading about a restaurant in Texas that was spray painted Kung Flu. Agency employee in California was nearly blinded. 4-year-old man from Thailand died after being shoved to the ground during his morning walk. A few Asian Americans, since the COVID-19 pandemic started, and since Trump started labeling it the Kung flu and the China flu and saying it's because of them why we got COVID-19. Asians can't imagine. Do you even want to go outside? But even at home, you got to worry about them doing stupid shit to your property. It's when your kids go out to play, you got to worry about who your neighbor is, because you're outside playing, riding their bike, or playing with their dog and running up and down the street. And you got to worry if the neighbor is a racist towards Asians. Okay? Well, you can, but parent has to be vigilant, make sure no hate crime is committed against you, because you don't know who your neighbor is. My cousins that live in Florida, Chinese Jamaican, they don't look as Asian as our cousins they are living next to a douchebag who is flying a flag up saying fuck Biden. And their children play outside and see this big ass flag flying. And the Home Owners Association says that it's on a flagpole, so they can't ask him to remove it. He's following Homeowners Association rules. So he can have a fuck Biden flag flying. And it's okay for all the kids in the block to see it. The curse and everything, the curse word. But, so you're saying fuck Biden, are you racist? Because that's what it come down for me. That anyone who says fuck Biden, I feel you're a racist. I feel you're a racist. I nervous when I pull up next to the hillbilly pickup trucks. And I love pickup trucks, don't get me wrong. I used to have one. I love pickup trucks. And I love country music. That's the concerts I used to go to, was country music concerts. Up until Trump went into office, and then I stopped. Because I got scared that his racist followers would do something stupid at the concerts. And anyone who's saying that the Asian women that were victims in Atlanta was not a hate crime, full of shit. And it's a shame. I'm just at a loss for words. And normally I could be chatty patty, but this is just so sad. It's, all 50 states have had crime complaints towards Asians. States. In the last 3 months, there were at least 503 anti Asian hate incidents reported. The majority of them were cases of verbal harassment, and shunning made up about 20%, and 11% of the incidents involved physical attacks. From the fear you have that you're going to be targeted because you're Asian, causes anxiety. So all of that coupled together takes away from your quality of life. So you just, because of dumbasses. And yeah, white guy who looked crazy killed these Asians. That these killers, these crazies, and I am sorry, I use the word, I don't mean to offend anyone when I say crazies, but this person, this is not normal mental health issues perpetuated by our former leader. This is, I don't know. It's just so, people are putting up graffiti, tagging buildings across Atlanta, Wuhan plague. Asian Americans are experiencing verbal abuse by people saying, "Thanks for COVID." How ignorant are you, you assholes? And some of these people that they're targeting have never been to China. Some Asian Americans don't speak the language of their ancestors. Some can only speak English. They can't speak Cantonese. They can't speak Chinese. They can't speak whatever dialects you have in the Philippines. They can't speak Japanese. It doesn't even matter if you can speak it or you can't, or if you've been there or you haven't been there. If you're an Asian American and you're being targeted because of the COVID-19 pandemic, that's a hate crime. And it's just so sad and ignorant how ignorant people are. Sorry, I'm drinking my oolong tea while I do this. This is so stressful because this is not just hate crime because of who they are. This is hate crime because of the pandemic that was started because of the pandemic, because of Trump saying, that it's the Kung flu, it's the China flu, it's, Asian Americans across the country are being targeted and blamed for the coronavirus. They had something to do with it. They had their hand in it. How about every white racist who commits a hate crime be charged with the hate crime, and Trump be charged also, spurred this hate crime and all this racism that has been festering below the surface and has now been to the top of the surface because since he went into office, since even though he's not president anymore, and for them to say that Atlanta against these Asian American women crime, you're clueless. Like everyone's saying, if it was a person of color who committed this crime, it would be a hate crime. It's not a hate crime. So next, what's the angle they're going to throw next? Is going to be, they're going to throw the mental health into it now. It's going to be, he had mental health issues. Because he had some kind of fetish said. It's just sad. I'm sorry for the long pauses because associated with this country, Trump became president. Should be charged alongside this guy. Really should, because any hate crime that is caused should be held accountable for, and he should go on trial. On trial, he doesn't even need to go on trial. They just need to throw the book at him and send his ass to jail. I mean, nothing else is done by the book anyway in this country. You know, killers go free, and innocent people are sent to jail. Like I said, last I checked, he is not being charged with a hate crime. And they're basically going to try to say that it was a mental health issue, because they're saying that he said it was not hate related, not race related, and that he has a sexual addiction. So a sexual addiction is a form of mental health. It falls under the mental health category. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And so they're going to go with that. So not gonna, when he goes to court and his lawyers run with the mental health issue, not gonna go to jail for killing these people. He's not gonna be charged with a hate crime. So far he has not been charged with a hate crime, and they have the authorities have to prove the crime was committed because of race, color, religion, gender, disability, or sexual orientation. He's been in rehab. Newspapers reported that he's been in rehab for sex addiction and was racked with guilt about his sexual urges. He went out on Tuesday, which was yesterday, and purchased a firearm. The same day that he killed these people, from a sporting goods store in Georgia. I don't know. Anyway, everyone, my short, quick post turned into 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes. And again, my heart goes out to my family, friends, acquaintances, associates, people I don't know, everyone in the Asian American community, because of idiots in this world, thanks to Trump. You guys are being blamed for COVID-19. They won't blame Trump for inciting violence, but these morons in the country will say that the Asian American community is responsible for COVID-19. It's so sad. Anyway, love you guys. Have a blessed night. Stay safe. Be vigilant, because this is what this world has come to. And walk with mace or pepper spray. Protect yourselves. Actually, use what the postal workers use to ward off dogs, or wasp spray, because that's not against the law to walk around to defend yourself with. In some states, pepper spray, stun guns, and mace are illegal. But if you walk around with a can of wasp spray and that bitch shoots like 25 feet, you spray a motherfucker in their eyes when they come to attack you. And you don't have to be close to them. Okay? Wasp spray. Okay? Go to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever state you're in, whatever hardware store is like a major hardware store, even a small hardware store. Buy some wasp spray. A gardening center, wasp spray. It sprays 20 to 25 feet. Spray the bitches in their face. Okay? It works just as good as mace and pepper spray, and it is not illegal. Or go on Amazon and order Halt. It's the dog's deterrent spray. That only shoots like 10 feet though. So the wasp spray shoots further. And the Halt is what postal workers use to spray dogs, aggressive dogs. Wasp spray and Halt. Spray these bitches who come at you. All right? Peace, everybody. Be safe. Until next time.